A fairy.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's edition of Honeybees. We are so excited that you were able to take some time to hang out with us. My name is Ty, and I'm joined by the lovely
Delores.
And I am the Hornet in the Honeybee Show. My name is JC.
You're the lovable hornet, though.
Yeah, the lovable Hornet, yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
said Jay-Z?
You don't
Yeah.
Oh.
CJ.
you don't really sting,
Yes, I don't really sting.
Your talk, your talk is
Is-
what's the saying? Your talk is.
I thought you
what is
were.
it? Oh gosh, I can't think of it.
I thought that you were gonna say your talk is shizzle. I'm shizzle. Your talk. Shizzle my nizzle. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it.
I think Snoop Dogg started the Zizzle stuff. I don't
Yeah.
know what he was talking about. But,
Me neither. Me neither. Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways, thank you, Delores and JC, for hanging out with us. Tabatha may come. We'll see
welcome.
if she's able to join in later.
Yes.
But I'm excited for today. Today we're talking about double standards
Yeah.
in our society, and do they exist, and if so, what?
Uh-huh.
So that's our topic for today. So we're going to get started. Is anyone able to see which of your friends were able to check in today, so we can do a shout out?
I'd like to do a shout out to Val Victor and Tito Ike. Hi, Tito Ike. Thank you for watching, and all my other viewers that I don't see right now, and I'm sure you're just there lurking somewhere, watching me, watching you. Yeah.
And right on my end, let me see if I got your name right, girl. Carolina?
Uh-huh.
I think I did.
Carlin.
Carolyn.
Yeah, remember
Carolyn.
you got
There
we
you go. I
got that
almost
name
got it.
wrong. Yeah, it's Carlin.
Carolyn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't make
Thank
me
you for
sing
tuning
again.
in.
Don't make me sing that song. Boom, 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 boom. Say my name. Say my name.
Oh my goodness. No, when in doubt, spell it out.
Mm,
You like that? When in doubt, spell it out.
seriously.
What's the name?
Carlin. Carlin. Yes.
She's got a gorgeous name.
Yeah, Carlin.
Beautiful.
I've
Yeah.
heard that name before, but I think it was for a guy.
Yeah,
He was a guy.
No, we thought it was. I think we mispronounced it as Caroline.
I kept on saying Caroline. I
Yeah.
don't know how I got Caroline.
Yeah.
So we were singing Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline, ba-dum, bum.
Life has never been so
No,
good.
last week's episode was all about the songs, JC. You're starting us off with all these songs.
I know, and I just wanted to clarify something because I made a boo-boo out of myself last week. I said that
Too
Tupac.
much information, man.
I said that Tupac collaborated with Katy Perry, and I was so dead wrong. I stand corrected. I stand correctly. And it wasn't Tupac, it was Snoop Dogg. Yes, it was the California girl, Snoop Dogg.
For California Girls.
Yes,
yeah, I remember that one.
California
Oh, yeah, that's
girls
it.
are
Oh, yeah.
undeniable. Daisy
Yeah,
Dukes
yeah,
bikinis
yeah.
on top. Oh yeah.
Hey, I used to like that
Okay, now I
song.
recognize it.
Yeah.
Okay, now that you sing a little bit, now I recognize it. But I was just thinking, there must be something really special about the California Girls, because there's probably more songs written about California
California?
girls than any other state.
Yes, absolutely.
When
So
they run
many.
around in their bikinis.
Ah, and Daisy
Hey,
Dukes.
Daisy Dukes.
Yes.
Look at them learn from Daisy Dukes.
Yeah. Yeah. Even Bruno Mars sang about Daisy Dukes.
Oh, he sure did.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm born and raised most of my upbringing years California. So like I am a Cali girl. So I love the songs that deal with California and stuff, because I'm like, hey, I'm all about that Cali
one by Ice Cube.
Oh.
California and what's the
California, is
Yeah.
it that
And
one?
then Tupac.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, Tupac. There it
uh-huh.
was. Yeah.
California Love.
California Love. There it goes.
Yeah. Is it the one in the city?
California.
I mentioned that one last week on our episode about music and how it influences our lives, and that was on there, one of my top faves because it's all about Cali, and he mentioned Sacramento twice, and that's where I'm from, Sacramento. So
Nice.
one of them he says Sacramento, another one he says Sacktown. So a lot of people who aren't from Cali don't know that one of the nicknames for Sacramento is Sacktown. Sacktown. So
Oh, okay,
you have to be
wow.
from there to really know that, though.
The Sac Town. I came from the Bay Area too.
I used to hang out there. I was from Northern California, Vallejo,
Oh, she's
California.
from
Then I
Val-
moved to Fairfield.
She's from
But I'm
Vallejo.
originally from Vallejo. I was born and raised in Vallejo, California.
Dale.
If you notice, I still have my Cali slang. Sometimes I give it away.
Her
It's
Cali
hard- It's hard to
swing.
lose that slang.
That swing, yes, her swing.
The slang.
You got swing.
California is like, in my opinion, and I've lived all over, and I've been around. California is really the coolest state in the country, in my opinion. It's the best state. It's got a little something for everybody. No matter what your likes are, there's different parts. You just move to the part you like. There's
Sure.
the Bay Area living, there's valley living, there's mountain living, there's desert living. Everything is in California. Like, no other state has so many, I think, types of places.
Yeah.
It's like one stop can fit all, really. There's just something for everyone in California. I just love it.
Yeah,
I miss
absolutely.
the waters.
You miss the waters? Well,
I used to go to Clear Lake.
Yeah.
All that out there. And we used to go to the lake. We used to be on the boats back in the days, but my uncle's not living with us anymore, but he had a boat.
Oh my
We used to go on
goodness,
the
yeah.
boat.
That's not. I would, yeah.
Yeah.
I would live in Hollywood Hills if I was as rich as the Kardashians. Definitely.
Beverly Hills.
Yeah,
for me.
but I'll be like up in the hills and not in the barrios.
That'd be my hideout. It's Beverly Hills, and then I'll come back and sneak back to Vegas.
Oh yeah, she's a Vegas.
JC,
Pardon?
Beverly Hillbilly.
Beverly
Yeah.
Hillbilly. No, I'll be up in the hills.
Yeah, I'll be
Up in the
Hillbilly.
hills. Yeah.
Hillbilly.
Yeah.
I had a straw.
That show was so funny. Back in
Yeah.
the day. My grandma used to watch it, so sometimes I have to sit there and watch it. But that little granny on that show was.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah, she
little
was a
little.
bomb. She tore it up.
Speaking about that Beverly
She had a
Hillbillies,
moonshine.
there was a scene wherein she was given a fur coat, and the fur coat came from Bergdorf Goodman. And she's like, "What is that?" "Oh, it's a Bergdorf." "Oh, is that what you call it?" "Yes, it's a Bergdorf." She kept on calling the fur coat a Bergdorf. You know? But that was the store where they got it
I
from.
don't doubt it.
Yeah. That was the name of the department store, but that wasn't the name of the fur coat. It's a Bergdorf.
Shootability was hilarious.
Mhm.
And, I
Oh.
think one episode, I think when we were talking about our favorite shows that we've been watching during quarantine, and I can't remember if it was you, JC, or someone mentioned the Golden Girls. Wasn't the Girls?
I love the Golden
set in
Girls.
California? I think it was set in Cali.
Yeah, I
Yes.
love the California.
No, the Golden Girls was
Wait a
set in
minute.
Florida.
Oh, was it Florida?
Yeah.
Florida.
Oh, really?
The East Coast version of California.
Yes.
Oh, okay. There it
Yeah,
goes.
Florida, and they kept on talking about Shady Pines and all that. You know, when they would threaten the older lady, they would tell her, "Ma, you're going to Shady Pines," you know. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
they say treat your children right because one day they're going to pick your nursing home. That's what I heard.
How about Bewitched? You know, Bewitched. still
Oh, I
comes on.
love Bewitched.
I love
Yeah, I
Bewitched.
love
Trigger
it.
Eyes.
Yeah, I love
Tomato
Bewitched.
Frog.
Yeah,
A little crazy, the little twitching she would do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Scary for this child.
She was a
I
witch
like
witch. Yeah.
Oh my
I love
goodness.
them wicked ways.
My.
My goodness, but Las Vegas, the city of Las Las Vegas is awesome and amazing, and like I love Las Vegas.
Yes, I love it better than California.
Yeah, I love the city of Las Vegas. Like all California really is missing is Las Vegas.
They need to be
Yeah.
connected together so you can just jump to California and come back.
But you know what? Yeah.
And we're not talking about Prim. Prim ain't nothing but country. Prim the country. Yeah.
Okay, hold up. I want to repeat it. Prim is nothing but country. I love that. I love it. Ain't nothing but country.
Yeah, that sure is.
Yeah.
Straight to the T. You know,
Straight
I
up.
say it like it is.
Straight up.
And
Yeah.
Prim, oh my goodness.
Nothing but country.
It's just, I mean, yeah, California is just awesome.
But if you want to hide, you can go to Prim.
Yeah.
It'll go more like the, what do you call it?
Oh
Prim.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
Isn't you're saying Prim, right? The city of Prim?
Yeah, oh, that's
That's-
nothing but country.
If you can call it
that's
that.
on your way to California, right? I think
Yeah, that is all the way to California.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
I've been through it. I mean, I haven't stopped unless it was for gas or something. But
How about Barstar?
Barstow. Yeah, Barstow.
the signs off the freeway.
I know. Oh my
Yeah, now that's
gosh.
country because I went on the buses.
That's
of
on
years
the
ago. There's nothing but country, nothing out there.
that's on the borderline, right? That's
Yeah.
on the borderline.
Yeah, it's on the borderline. But I tell you one thing, they have some good honey on the other side. You can get fresh honey.
Oh,
You can
they
get fresh honey with the corn
good
in it. They
honey.
got good honey.
Mhm.
It's expensive.
Yes.
$16 a jar.
Oh.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And you know, for our viewers who are tuning in, if they want to chime in, you know, we have viewers who tune in from all over. You know, what are your thoughts? Do you like California? Have you visited there? Or if you live there? What are your, you know, what are your thoughts about California? Why are so many songs written about California?
I know. So many songs written about California, even particular
Yeah.
cities and towns of California, like, do you know the way to San Jose?
Oh, wait, how you
Yeah.
I messed up that poor child song.
Yeah.
Is that Gladys Knight?
It's a very, it could be Dionne Warwick.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's
Yeah, Dionne
Yeah.
Warwick, yeah.
Maybe that's what I was thinking about. But
Yeah.
I think the first song that I remember as a child that I
Uh-huh.
heard about, well, the first two that I remember were Beach Boys has a song.
Uh-huh.
Beach Boys has a song called California Girls.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
I think
wish
it's
they
California
all
Girls.
could be California
Yeah,
girls.
that's it. That's
Mhm.
it. That song is the bomb.
Yeah, that is.
And Elvis, oh no, wait.
I have
Well,
Jamaica,
Elvis has a song
Jamaica.
called Girls,
Ooh,
Yeah.
Girls,
I
but I don't
wanna
think he's
take
talking
it.
about California Girls.
No.
But we can just imagine you talking about California Girls. So,
Yeah.
But Beach Boys song, California Girls, that's the first song I
That was the bomb.
That was dedicated to, you know, the ladies from Cali. I'm like,
The
I know.
ladies from Cali, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh my
We
gosh.
but the most number one sought after group, just saying. But
Yes.
we're special. We're different. We're a little
Yes.
different.
Or how about that other one? What's that other one? Something.
What is
was
it?
I know it's by the old school artist, and that's
Yeah.
been around. Welcome to the Hotel of California.
Oh, yes, that's
Such a
right.
lonely
Oh, my
place.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, they.
Yeah.
No.
That
It's
was way before.
living it up in the Hotel
Hotel
California.
California.
It's such a lovely
Lovely
place. It's
Such a lovely
something like
place.
that, yeah. And
Something like that.
they actually played it in American Horror Story. That's the
Yeah.
funny thing.
I
Yeah.
love that song.
Hmm.
You know, I think the Beach Boys' opening line to California Girls is, or the main line, they go, I wish they all could be California.
Yeah.
So that means they had a crush on California girls.
Oh, yes, yes.
Oh, to write that song.
Yes.
We're one of a kind as California girls.
Yeah.
I think because of our culture, like California culture is like a culture within itself. I think.
Yes.
And people from all over
The world, yeah.
Yeah.
are in California.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so with that diversity comes, I think maybe I would say more improved relationships with folks that may not look like you, because everyone is kind of mixed, together.
Yeah, they are.
And so you grow up and oftentimes you're growing up with people that may not look like you, but they're your friends in your neighborhood,
Right,
they're your friends in your classroom.
Mm-hmm.
You go to college and you work with these people, and stuff like that. And so I think, and then there's also a lot of interracial coupling
Yeah.
in California too. So there's a lot of interracial people who are born there, myself included. So it's, I think California is, they call it like, maybe it's a melting pot within the melting pot of,
Yes.
of our country, pretty much.
I call it California comfort.
Yeah, and speaking
Yeah.
about California,
That's how it was.
somebody from California is watching right now. Hi, Kelly. Kelly Galindo.
Hello, Kelly.
Hello, Kelly.
Another California girl.
Yeah, Kelly
Yes.
Kelly from Cali.
Yes.
How
I
are
miss
you?
San Francisco. I just wanted to go there for 1 minute and come
San
back.
Isn't there a song about San Francisco too?
Oh yeah.
I don't
Wait a
know.
minute.
Yeah, there
It
is a
may be
song
a
about San
Old time
Francisco.
song, I think.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think, there's just so many songs and references to California in different places, like different songs and stuff. Like even Mariah Carey, her remix to Fantasy that had old
Yeah.
on it. He mentioned Sacramento, Cali's just, that's where it's at. But anyway, as we digress. But cool beans, it's been great chatting about California.
Yes.
And everything, I just love California. It's light up when I talk about my home state. But Vegas, I love it. But I love Las Vegas. So it's like, I love the city of Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, Vegas got it going on. I got more going
Oh,
on
my
here than
gosh.
California. California was boring to me.
Yeah, but like these two places, California
this
and
has a lot of
Vegas.
action out here. When I came out here, at first I was a little bit, I think, because I didn't know the city too well, so
Yeah.
I kind of didn't like it.
Yeah.
And then I started finding some karaoke places. I'm like,
Oh.
I enjoyed it. Started hanging out the karaoke.
And then she discovered the night scene in Vegas.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Oh, I love the nightlife. I got to boogie on the disco. Yeah.
Oh, I love the nightlife.
You
I got the boogie.
together.
Yeah, I love that song.
It's like, please don't talk about love tonight.
Please don't talk about the thing.
Anyhow,
You guys need to go get your single when they open stuff back up. Speaking of, who knows when
I've been doing it at
the
home.
casinos and stuff. When is everything going to start opening?
I believe that the casinos will probably open, definitely not this week. It's gonna probably open at the end of the month.
Like towards the end of the month?
Yeah, towards the end, because everything was pushed back, unfortunately, because of what's happening right now here in America. There's so many things happening. On this, it's quite unfortunate.
Yeah.
On a more serious note, it's quite unfortunate, but it's like the strip is on a semi-lockdown with what's happening right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that they were. Well, I've heard that there were protests.
Yeah.
Or there have been protests
Yes.
in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And, but I didn't know that that's kind of now affecting when the strip opens and stuff. But I guess that makes good sense because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you
Yes.
want people to be safe and
Mm-hmm.
the businesses to be safe and things like that.
Yes,
Some
absolutely.
people are
Mm-hmm.
using the guise of the protesting
Yes.
to practice lawlessness.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm listening to what you're saying, but I gotta add another chair because we have a
have Miss
mystery
Beautiful
mystery
Timothy.
host. Mystery host.
Who's the mystery host?
Cab in the house.
If you can scoot over
Oh.
to the middle,
Cab's going to grace us with her presence.
if you can. Yeah, she's. Oh,
Yay!
no, Delores, if you can put your
we
chair
are-
here in the middle. Yeah.
We're looking at the tripod
Yeah.
right now.
Yes. Okay, so.
Are we
Okay,
still
let
live?
me. Yes, hold on for a second.
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. So. Yay.
All that nonsense over big ol' me.
There she is.
Hello, Miss Tabatha.
How are you, my love?
I'm doing good, beautiful.
You're beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I try to be beautiful.
You're beautiful.
Nah, I
you
break the
are.
cameras, girl.
Say that again?
I break the cameras.
You break
Are
the.
we situated?
There it is. Say it again.
Are we good? Are we situated?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
are
I feel like I might be
situated, yeah.
situated.
I'll be situated in a minute.
Welcome.
Okay, there you go.
Yes,
Thank you,
there
thank you,
you
my
go.
love.
Yay.
Welcome, Tabatha. We're so glad you could make it.
Man, me
Yes,
too.
we are.
I love the hair, makeup,
Yeah, you look
everything.
beautiful.
Everything. Yeah.
You're so sweet to
She
me.
does.
Oh,
She looks beautiful.
yes, yes.
She always looking cute.
I love it.
Yay!
Mhm.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming to hang out with us and spend some of your day with us. How
Man.
exciting.
For real, I needed
I'm
it.
glad. I had to get out the house.
Yes.
Right? For real,
You
huh?
know, with so much going on right now. With so much going on right now and stuff. We were talking about when was the, I was asking if anyone knew when the strip was going to open, and JC mentioned that it looks like they're kind of delaying that due to, I guess, the protests and everything that's
Oh,
going
yeah.
on right now.
Yes.
It's a lot going
Mhm.
on.
Really?
Yes.
Cause
I
they
didn't
had
know
at
that.
Container Park
Mhm.
too. They was
Yes,
going all the
yes.
way
I
to
didn't know
Container
that.
Park.
Yep.
Well, I was at a protest on Saturday night
Uh-huh.
at Container Park, and everything was cool. Like later in the evening, I had friends that said it turned a little different. But
Yeah.
while I was there, but I also tend to not try to find trouble. So
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
good.
I hear
like
you.
Amen
hang
for that.
around trouble per se,
Yeah.
you
yeah.
know, and
yeah.
whatnot. And I didn't
could see you as a
stay
peacemaker.
forever, you know.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I felt like my presence was necessary, but also I'm not trying to get hurt or arrested.
Yeah,
So
I heard
absolutely.
you know what I'm
that.
saying?
I stay away from that.
Well, yes,
Right.
because you're very arresting.
Look, I've been arrested like 3
She's
times. No doubt. Right, and that wasn't the fun arresting either. What? I've been, I've been to jail 3 times.
Oh my lord.
Short,
wow.
short trips, but
short ones?
nonetheless, they were
Oh
shocking.
my goodness.
Oh, wow.
And I always think that I'm too cute to be arrested, so why the heck it happens
Oh my
is
goodness.
beyond
Yeah, you
me.
are. You're too cute.
Like
Are
I,
you at the wrong place at the wrong time?
The wrong time, yes.
no, it's really shit I did, but you
Oh
know.
my gosh.
It's
Did I say?
I'm trying to give you an out.
Oh
I just
Right,
I
no
get
doubt,
my way
right.
out. I just sweet talk them and they say, okay, go this little go. That's rough.
Speaking about prison, somebody told another guy, would you like to be the prom queen at the state penitentiary?
well, here's how that works. If you go, you have to establish yourself.
As the prom
So
queen?
you have to be something. You have
Uh-huh.
to. You know what's funny is I actually got myself and my daughter in trouble. Like it wasn't her
Oh,
fault. It was
uh-huh.
all me. And I got us both arrested when we were out of state in Arizona. And we ended up spending
wow.
several days. But people were like, they couldn't figure out why she still liked me. Because we were in there together. We were in a little, I don't know if it was a jail or a prison. I don't really even know the difference. But wherever we were, there were people there that knew my family. And so when
Oh,
we
wow.
came in, and I'm crying like a baby,
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm like, hysterical.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
daughter's just sitting there like,
Yeah.
this is going to be a long fucking night.
Yeah, yeah.
But she was like, and then I'm like trying to talk to people like they're real people and like
Yeah,
we're
of
friends
course,
or something.
of course.
My daughter's like, Mom, I don't think we talked to them. And I'm like,
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so I
Yeah.
was such a baby and I was so scared that they put us in the same pod together. So that's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the same little unit,
Yeah,
I guess,
yes,
like in
yeah.
a psych ward, but
Mhm.
it's a pod.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So we got, it wasn't a psych ward, but I
Uh-huh.
was
Unit, like,
I know what you're talking about.
like a little
no
area.
small room, huh?
Like
It's
a
a
no
little
small
small
room, no small room, but like a little area with certain people. But they put you in there They shouldn't have, because I got us in trouble together. They shouldn't have put us together, but they did let us have the same pod. But we did not get to bunk together. So she bunked next to me, but people were like, your daughter's still talking to you? And I'm like, well, I am still a cool mom. I just suck right now. And then my family actually bailed her out and made me stay.
Oh, no.
So in the middle of the night, she gets bailed out, and I'm sitting there. I come out of my little cell first thing in the morning, because everybody knows I rise and shine, and what else are you going to do there but rise and shine?
Yes.
So I go out and I'm like, well, where's Kyle? And they're like, she went home last night, and I busted up bawling.
Oh, my
and everybody always says, don't cry in prison, don't cry in jail. Oh my God. I cried and cried.
In front of everyone.
In front of everyone. So here's all these women. Oh, somebody will let you out too. I promise. I'm like, no, they're not gonna. And they didn't. My daughter came back for me.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Oh,
It
there
was
you go.
crazy. So I did all the stuff you're not supposed to do. I tried to make friends. And I cried, and I wasn't tough, but I did share my mayonnaise packets.
Oh, there you go.
Like, I totally shared my mayonnaise packets.
There you
go.
Well, at least you had a giving spirit. That's my
I always have a giving spirit. But,
yeah.
so you can still survive by making all the wrong choices, but you should probably establish yourself as more of a, a top dog than a whiny baby mom. I don't know.
Yeah, of course, in prison.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been. I never go, and I'm not sure how I'd be. I'd probably be a hot mess.
It's miserable.
I've never been there. I've never been there. I don't want to be there.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, I couldn't believe it even happened.
Yeah.
Like, as it was happening, I still didn't believe it was happening. Like, the first time it happened, that was some bullshit. But I end up going. I was like, maybe, I guess I had to have been 18. But I had a disagreement with an ex-boyfriend, so he exaggerated, which made them want to come talk to me.
Yeah.
And they took me to jail. And
oh my gosh.
I did not believe that I was there until it's like 3 a.m. Like, I'm going through all the things.
Yeah.
I'm dressed down. They've patted places I didn't know they should be allowed to pat. I've had to take a shower. They put me in one of the pretty outfits. And then I'm still like, no.
Was it striped? Is it true? Was it striped?
No, it's not striped. It was orange.
Oh, they have yours?
Exactly,
Orange
Ty.
is the new
It was
black.
orange.
Yeah.
The black.
And they give you these ugly sandals. And so, but anyway, I still did not believe that
the
I
prison
was there until I walk into the pod, I guess, and they've given me a cot. And up at one of the tables at like 3:30 in the morning is this woman named Jennifer Reale. Well, Jennifer Reale was in there for murder, and I knew where the fuck she was. She was all hot on the news, and I'm like,
oh my gosh.
oh my
man.
God.
She was there.
She was there, which meant I was there.
So did you have to sleep with one eye open when you got there?
I was way too tired to sleep with one eye open. I slept through breakfast. Somebody woke me up for lunch and then said, hey, you can sit at our table. Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, that
I
was
like
nice
to
for
meet
being
new people.
prisoners.
Yeah.
So I sit at their table, but before everybody got to the table, they said, okay, so like Jennifer sits at our table, and I'm all,
wow.
the killer Jennifer?
Yeah.
Wow.
Jennifer, the one that I'm like established, I was clearly in jail.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, just don't ask her about it. And I'm like, that's the deal.
Yeah.
So I got to sit at lunch with them. They told me what was going to happen, about how long it would take for me to sign myself out, blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
But,
wow.
whew, girl, I was not on the
God.
strip trying to be arrested.
You had your own episode of Orange is the New Black.
Yeah,
Exactly. And I
Oh
swear,
my
I am way too
gosh.
cute for jail.
I never been in there.
Wow.
Way
Did
too
you
cute.
get hit on in jail?
Oh, yeah, that is
No,
interesting.
but you do figure out who the lesbians are.
Oh,
Like,
Uh-oh.
quick and in a hurry.
oh wow.
Yeah,
It's
because there's
quick.
girls with girls, and you're like,
Prison love.
yeah.
That's how I put it. Prison love.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I said it in a nice way.
You did say it in a nice way. You did. But yeah, it was scary.
Goodness
Like, and the jail
gracious.
here in Vegas is disgusting. disgusting.
Oh no.
It is
Wow.
full of urine and nastiness.
Ooh.
Here's what's funny about when I got arrested here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not funny, but still funny. So I don't look like I should have been arrested. Like, Ty, if you got arrested, nobody would know why the fuck you were there. They'd be like, well, that doesn't make sense.
I said, look, I need my classy outfit.
Yeah.
I'll be in these clothes.
I know, right?
I'm too
I can't
clean.
do this. So I'm in this
Uh-huh.
whole.
Give me my high heels and stuff.
I know, right?
Yes.
Give me my shoes.
And my
back.
wigs.
And my-
I gotta have my wigs.
Oh,
I was
my
in this spot
Lord,
where
oh,
we're
my
all
Lord.
kind of waiting to transition. So we've come in, we've been like, I don't know what we've been. Like, they've taken our picture, we're trying to get processed, we're in this little spot.
Oh,
And
especially
people-
mud shots. Yeah, I gotta look at it from a mud shot.
And people,
Hey.
you don't ever look good for them. People
Oh
were
my
looking at
gosh.
me, and I was getting a little bit nervous because I'm
Wow.
like, well, I'm cute, but this is not the place, you know?
Yes.
And so this big, huge, tall black woman was like looking and looking, and I'm like,
Oh, no.
what am I going to say to her?
Yeah.
So finally she just turns around. She's like, I just have to know, why are you here?
Oh.
And I looked her straight in her face and I said, I killed a bitch.
Oh.
And she
Uh-oh.
about fell out. And then I'm so bad at lying that I started to laugh so
Uh-huh.
hard.
And she started laughing
And
too.
she was like, oh, you're kidding. I said, yes, I'm
Wow.
kidding. But I see if I could have stayed strong to that story,
Mhm.
I would have been tough in there.
Yeah. Oh.
But no,
Man.
I was not.
Oh my gosh.
I was
Oh
not.
my
I was
gosh,
only cute
Tad.
for a second while I said it, and then the jig was up because I couldn't maintain it.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Well, speaking about prison, I know this wealthy lady. She's so wealthy, but she's so miserable that
Aw.
when she went to Germany, she got herself arrested so she would have to pay for a hotel room. So and she said, oh, but the prison cells in Germany are clean and the food is good. And I'm like, are you that miserable? Like you were able to fly yourself to Germany, and didn't you get hotel reservations?
So just
Yeah.
keep that in mind, is what you're saying. There are options
There
if
are
you don't have
options.
hotel money.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
get yourself arrested in Germany.
I
Oh,
can't
wow.
imagine.
You don't want to get arrested out
in
there.
a foreign
The
country.
food is so bad.
Fräulein.
And I saw injustice too. Like they don't treat you like they should.
Yeah, they don't want you to be
Oh,
back. That's why they
you
treat
saw
you like
that?
that.
Well, and this woman did keep coming back. She was a hooker, but still,
Oh.
they did
Oh,
stuff to
well.
her that they shouldn't have done, and that wasn't warranted in my mind.
Oh, wow.
And you
And I
witnessed it.
was, and
Oh,
it scared
wow.
the shit out of me. Yes, I witnessed it. And I
Wow.
was
Well,
like,
thank
Wow.
God she made it, that she was still alive.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
right.
that.
She
Yeah,
got away with
true.
her life, but still,
Yeah.
it was.
Wow.
They don't act right in there.
Wow.
Yeah. You know,
Which
it's-
is another reason why I was at the protest, because I already know they don't act right. And I'm white. I shouldn't have to know they don't act right. You shouldn't have to know. You shouldn't. None of us
but
should
girl,
know
you have sisters.
that they don't act right. And they don't. And I know this firsthand. Thankfully, not to the degree that my friends may have experienced it, unfortunately. But I've actually been in a situation where one of my friends got arrested. We were driving. He was taking me home
Mm-hmm.
after a night out, and he had just smoked. And I was like, we came up on a one of those sobriety checkpoints. And I was like, oh, shoot. I thought it was a bad accident. And it was not
Oh,
a bad
wow.
accident. It was a sobriety point. So they ended up, they asked me to leave, but they were arresting him
Oh.
and taking his Jeep and all this stuff. And I'm
Uh-huh.
like, I can't just walk away. So I've got like an hour and a half worth of video that I just sat there and videoed everywhere he was, like just because. And I was
Wow.
like, I won't leave until there's nothing more for me to video. And they just left me be, and I just sat, I wasn't like right up there. I was a ways away, and I was where they wanted me to stand to do it, which was fine, but I literally was frightful that if I left, something could go wrong, and maybe if I was there and they knew I was paying attention, maybe something wouldn't. So, but I couldn't help not, I don't know, be available. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that is
You know,
crazy.
thank you for sharing your
Yes,
your
thank
experience.
you.
Yeah, thank
Oh
you.
my
Yeah,
gosh.
thank
All
you.
of us have.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, been
Wow.
in the orange suit.
I know.
I
Ty,
know.
you're way too pretty. I know I'm too pretty, but you're way too pretty. So you stay on that side.
Wear orange suit. I rock it the best I can. I'd be like,
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
She
that-
like me.
Yeah.
I can't
have all the
I
girls.
can't be having those kind of threads up in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I gotta have some real stuff that has a hair.
Yeah.
I'm like, where's the zero? These wrinkles out. Shoot.
I better have somebody braid up my hair or something.
Oh my god.
They do that. They do. They braid each other's hair.
Oh my
Well, you
god.
better weave
I
it.
got my hair
Uh-huh.
braided. Like, so they do these braids
Mhm.
like everywhere.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't
wow.
know what that is. And so I told my daughter, so I said, look, I have to have this whole experience.
Yes.
I've already bartered with mayonnaise.
Okay.
I already had an old lady kick us off of her lunch table.
Really?
Wow.
Wow.
Yes, she was serious too. She told me and my daughter, she's like, you guys can't sit here.
Why?
Wow.
Just
Because
because
it's her
she's
table.
oh, like the whole darn table is hers.
Right.
Up in there.
And
Yeah.
she was running the place. I was like, all
Wow.
right. So we sat for another 10 minutes, then we moved. So
Mhm.
we did stall, but we did move. But they were like, they give you socks, and you take the elastic out of the top of your sock.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then that is the rubber band for them to braid your hair.
With
I
that
kid you
cornrows,
not. I kid you
with that
not.
cornrows,
So-
they better put that weave on my head.
So they braided my hair all over, and they put the little elastic thing to hold my hair in place. And yeah, so I got like the whole 9 yards of, I'm like, look, if I'm experiencing jail, I'm going to experience jail, and I'm going to walk out here looking like I've been here.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I did.
So when you could do a comedy set just on your experiences from jail.
I know. You,
I know.
I know,
you-
you-
Tab
that would
does
be
jail.
good.
Tab does
I know
jail.
Yeah, do a spin on that.
That would be good.
you-
You'll turn it into the funniest thing, and then people are gonna laugh because you just have this way of sharing, in a way that like lively stories and stuff. So
well, here was a funny woman in jail. Naomi Campbell, when she was in jail.
Okay.
She was in jail and she did community service at the same time. So she was sweeping the street and big designers, send them the clothes and gowns.
Yeah.
So when she would sweep the street, she would be all glammed up. And then
Oh,
when it was
wow.
the end of her term, she came out wearing a gold evening gown.
Right
And the paparazzi
Right.
were there in a Rolls
Wow.
Royce. I mean, Ty, it was an episode of Geezy and his frenemies. I kid you
Right,
not.
right.
Hey,
was
I give her a
Geezy.
thumbs up for that. Now I'm gonna come out hot looking too. Been up in
Looking
that
like
jail
a
for years.
glamazon coming out of the prison.
Glamorous wife.
And
I
then
didn't know she did time, but I could imagine.
she
her
did
coming out
time.
Yeah.
that way.
And it was featured in Vogue magazine. Shame,
Oh.
shame.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not all publicity is bad publicity.
Yes,
I must have
yes,
taken
yes.
it. I'd have been like, you better give me the cover.
Publicity, but
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Ty's like, this is not my gig. This is not my gig. I agree.
But that's good. You have the experience. At least you're telling people, being encouragement not to go in there. You
Not
do
to
not
go,
want to go
right.
in there.
Yeah, don't go in
Yeah.
there.
So that's good.
It's
That's
like
good.
telling people, you don't want to go to
You don't want to go. That's exactly
Yeah.
what it is.
You don't want to go to
You
jail.
don't want to
Yeah.
go to jail. That's hell.
Yeah,
we are
that's
too cute for
hell.
that, for sure.
Yes, indeed.
They're like, never catch a case.
Never
Yes,
catch a case.
never catch a case. See,
Yes.
I used
Yeah.
to think that cases were just for boys.
Yeah.
But no,
No,
Tab's
no,
got
no,
a
no,
couple.
no.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Yeah.
Hey, Val.
But,
Oh my gosh.
but
And what-
anyhow,
Mhm.
She's like,
But
how
you
did I
know-
lose the show?
Huh?
I said, you're probably like, how did I lose the show?
Yeah, no, it's okay. We're getting ready to get on topic in a moment, but before we do, like when we filmed last week and we were discussing, music and how music influences our lives and stuff, I mean, I guess maybe, I don't think it was yes I don't think it was Black Tuesday, or maybe if it was starting to circulate Tuesday, maybe it was while we were shooting or something. But I think it was until maybe around Wednesday-ish that, I had heard about what happened, that it just rocked this country, in such a way. And it's like, it's just kind of really sad what's going on in general. I mean, I think the coronavirus has, we're still in the midst of going through that, and now there's all this unrest and things like that, and it's just it's a lot. I feel like our country is crying right now. I feel like it's crying.
Yeah.
Collectively, we're crying, and it's for more than one reason, and it's just really, kind of sad that so many people, so much is going on at once, now, and
it is.
It's just very sad. So I just kind of sum it up as I feel like our country is crying.
Yep.
Period.
Yeah.
Hence the black today. Hence the black. So, but today, let's we are talking about a good topic, and but let us remember. I mean, I think to keep our country, if we believe, in our prayers and stuff like that, because there's just so much going on.
That's right. That's right. Exactly.
There's just so much
depression and everything's going on too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. It's just so much, like between the virus and the things that have stemmed out of the virus, with so many lives lost, so many people fighting for their lives.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we have like the jobs lost. There's people who don't have jobs anymore and are struggling to figure out, how they're going to pay their bills. And then and now there's this, tragic situation. It's just. So I feel we definitely need a lot of prayer. We need healing. We need to come together and try to, heal our country and work towards, better, being in a better place, so that we don't, that this crazy stuff can stop, and that we can just come together, brothers and sisters, as we are. Yeah.
That's right.
Coming together. I think this is my last point, because this wasn't our topic for the show, but I feel like, they're saying that all this unrest, that the civil unrest that's going on right now, kind of is reminiscent of like the end of the 60s. With the protesting riots and stuff of 68. And I mean, I wasn't around. I don't know if any of you were around. I mean, that wasn't during my time frame. I hadn't arrived on the scene yet. But it's like, back in those days, there was Dr. Martin Luther King, for instance. And I feel like that's probably the biggest thing that's missing now, is we don't have a Dr. Martin Luther King.
Right.
Exactly.
We need a Dr. Martin Luther King right now.
Right.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I feel like where is this generation's version of him, and to call on the country to come together and not violence is not the answer and stuff. Like where's the Dr. Martin Luther King of today?
That's
Right.
Does anyone? Do we know of one? Does anyone know of one? I don't know of one.
I don't.
But you know what, Ty? You have a good point with that. I
Yes.
think that for us who have the wisdom and knowledge about Dr. Martin Luther King's teachings, we should step up to the plate and become him. We should become his ambassadors, rather than inciting more trouble and stirring the pot and adding more fuel to the fire. We that know better should become people of peace and harmony. It's the way I ended my show yesterday in Fab Life, and that's why right now what I'm posting on my Facebook is more of the peaceful riot, like the cops and rioters hugging each other or holding hands in prayers, or cops kneeling down as well, with the posters, being like this, showing that they're sorry, we're sorry for what we, something like that, something to that effect.
Like example, like with my
A good example.
Like example, what my grandma would always tell me, and now I see. She said you gotta stand up for your rights in an educational way. And
In an
she
educational
and that
way,
was
yeah.
right before she died.
Yeah.
And she had told me that, so she knew something was gonna come up.
Yeah, because looting is not gonna solve anything. Looting and
Yep.
destroying business establishments, and
And
I
hurting
mean,
the law
don't get me
enforcement
started with
officers
this
and going
subject.
after them.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's
What does that do?
Yeah,
All those things that were just shared, like they don't. That's not going to help make the problem better. It's like you're either be a part of the solution, not
not
the
a
problem.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if Dr. Martin Luther King was alive, well, maybe it wouldn't have gotten to this. I don't know, but it's
it would have been a whole different platform out here.
Yeah,
The way we
yeah,
walk.
it's
There would be another march.
Yeah.
My take on
Yeah.
it is a little bit different. My take on it is, I don't even know really where to begin, but there's a lot of inaction because I feel like we should have already had laws or things in place that would have made, you can't prevent evil from happening, but what you can do is respond to it more swiftly, and we don't even have that safety net in place. So when you look at,
That's
we've
right.
lost so many people that shouldn't have lost their lives, and then you look at taking a knee didn't help. You look at other smaller riots or I forgot the word. What's the better word for riot?
For what is rally?
Well,
Like a rally?
What did I go
Close.
to? I'm so
Public
sorry.
close. Public.
Protest.
Protest. I
Protest.
apologize. You guys
Yeah.
know I
It's
lose my
protest.
words, but
That's
so
okay.
when you go and you protest and everything, and that's fine. And I wouldn't personally break somebody's property, and I wouldn't personally try to hurt somebody. But
Yeah.
when we've done enough of not enough, when we've done enough of everybody knew the system was wrong, everybody knows that there's not safety guards in place, everybody knows that things don't ever get handled, or not as often as they should get handled appropriately. In my mind, even though I'm not willing to go out and break big laws, I mean, I'll break a small one or two here and there. I think that the pressure being on the local system and the local law enforcement, not like to any one person specifically, but just the sanctity of it needs to be pressed and pressed hard and continue to be pressed. So am I going to tell you that if there's, I won't make it tonight because I'm busy, but I fully anticipate tomorrow, if there's a protest, I would likely be there. I fully anticipate on Thursday, if there's a protest and I can make it, I will likely be there. So I don't think that anything we've done before has helped. Nobody that knows how to put things into law, nobody that knows how to put them in front of whomever to make it a law, nobody that is within the, and I'm saying nobody, and I know that that's, not necessarily accurate because that's like all inclusive and that's not true, but things haven't changed, and when things haven't changed, you have to do something different. So is everything that's happening right? Absolutely not. But can we just sit down again and act docile? I don't think so. Can we just sit back again and not know what to do? So I've got a couple friends that have way more knowledge than I do about how things operate and how to get things passed or what to do, and I'm honestly just going to be reaching out to them in the near future to say, what are our steps? Do you have any idea where would we start, and what can I do to be a part of it? But sitting here and nobody wants to be looted against, for their lives want to be lost. I don't like that people have lost their businesses that have worked really hard for it.
Yes.
But honestly, if we don't throw a major fucking fit, and if we don't continue to throw a fit and keep pressure on the system that's wrong, we're not going to come to the resolution that we need, which is safety for everybody, you know, which is being cared for and being handled in ways that are respectful and appropriate, even when somebody has done wrong. You know, I don't expect that even if you've killed somebody that you're going to get your ass beat or your neck stood on. You still have the right, even though you took somebody else's life, to a due process. There's just no excuse for what's been happening, and no excuse for us not having acted out this bad before, in my opinion. So I know
There
there was a
you
lot
go.
to say, but that's just
go.
my thought.
No,
on
you
it.
did good. That was a good. She had her,
Well,
her
thank you.
opinion.
Thank you for sharing.
That was good.
Yeah, well, thank you for sharing that, Tabatha. Thank you. You know, it's well, when we meet next week, we'll see what happens. Because apparently a lot can happen in 1 week. So much has happened since the video came out and everything. So I don't know, you know, Lord willing, we come together this time next week. I'm not sure what may happen between now and then. I guess we just take it a day at a time and hope and pray for the best at the end of the day.
But that's they're breaking windows too. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
So yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and get ready to transition and switch gears. Does anyone have any shout outs that they would like to give? Any new ones any new
I can do a couple.
Facebook friends that have tuned in?
Yeah, Tab has some, and then
So I've had Darby check in, Lauren, Daryl, Brian, Marcelo, Oscar, Mike, Daniel, Dave, Michael, Janae, Valerie, Kelly, Bub, and Michael again.
And I have hi Kelly once again, and Hermie from Australia, and Ted Martin Jr. and Patrick. Hi Patrick.
Hi everyone.
And I say hi to the other people on my end. I'm charging up my gear there. But
She's charging up her phone.
But hi to you guys, and enjoy the show.
Let's say hello again to Carlin.
Hello, Carlin.
Who's
Carlin, right?
No, we mispronounced her name a while ago. We called her Caroline, and she said, "My name is Carlin."
Oh, that poor love.
Yeah, she's so
That's
sweet.
sweet.
She's sweet.
Yes, so a big hi to everyone who is tuned in. Thank you so much for stopping by Honeybees and, you know, making us a part of your day. You can be anywhere, but the fact that you decided to come in and hang out with us for a little while means so much. So thank you for tuning in. Please spread the word and tell your friends. And also, if you have any comments that you would like to share about any of the things that we've been discussing up to this point, or questions, we definitely encourage you to be a part of the conversation and to share your thoughts. We would love to hear from you. Even if you're agreeing with things that we're saying or not, just to open up that dialogue. So, we encourage you to share your thoughts as well. And there's beauty in the collective, minds coming together and talking about different things that are going on, impacting, our world today. So, okay, cool. I think that this might be a great place to do our first commercial break. And then when we come back, we can go ahead and dive into our topic for today, which are double standards, and what role they play in our society, including the objectification of women tucked in there too. So how about we get ready for a commercial break, okay?
Sounds good.
All right. Okay, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't go anywhere. We will be right back after this brief commercial break. See you in a few.
A fairy tale, they say, real in every way.
Hi, my name is Ty, and I am a fashionista.
Are you ready to hear about the most amazing competition coming your way? It's the Gifts of Talent virtual competition where you can dance, sing, act, do comedy, all in the comfort of your own home. And a portion of the proceeds goes to feeding the youth. you have a chance to win some amazing prizes. Have fun!
To enter, go to whalerscreation.us, or, for more details, go to socialmediashows.com and hishopnation.com. Or follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok to get updates, and to vote for your favorite talent.
Social media shows network were initiated in 2017. Since then, our founder Maria Pereza never stopped developing a system on social media in building a network of passionate people that loves to entertain, coach, help others, and deliver informative information to the public, informally, in a low-cost production. She built a platform that surpassed Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and other social media live streaming, but exceeded the function of a podcast. Her main goal is to be able to broadcast on social media like a traditional TV setup involving a group of broadcasters, YouTubers, podcasters, and social media live streamers. Maria is building the confidence of non-actors and non-famous people that joins her to network. We are here to promote and support one another, to help our community grow collectively without inhibitions but with confidence and high self-esteem. We love to be in this family together. Our door is open to help you build your brand, opening opportunities for others, and outreach to our community. We welcome you to the family of social media shows.
Are you ready to hear about the most amazing competition coming your way? It's the Gifts of Talent virtual competition where you can dance, sing, act, do comedy, all in the comfort of your own home. And a portion of the proceeds goes to feeding the youth. You have a chance to win some amazing prizes. Have fun!
To enter, go to whalerscreation.us, or, for more details, go to socialmediashows.com and hishopnation.com. Or follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok to get updates, and to vote for your favorite talent.
Social media shows network were initiated in 2017. Since then, our founder Maria Pereza never stopped developing a system on social media in building a network of passionate people that loves to entertain, coach, help others, and deliver informative information to the public, informally, in a low-cost production. She built
A fairy tale.
Welcome back, everyone, to today's edition of Honeybees here on Social Media Shows. My name is Ty, and I would like to welcome you. And I'm also joined by the lovely, let's start with the ladies first.
Tabitha!
Dolores.
CJ or JC. See, I got two names now. CJ and
JC,
JC.
JC.
Now that's going to
Yes.
confuse me. You know it is.
Yes.
I'm easily confused.
I would just like to give a shout out to two people that just checked in.
Oh,
Ron-
yay, yes.
Arnaldo, the fabulous international designer from the Philippines. I love you
Hello,
to
that's
the
nice.
moon and back. And also Melinda. Hi, cuz. I love you to the moon and back.
Hi, cuz.
We love you too, to the moon and back. Oh, yeah.
I love
Thank you
her.
for tuning in. Does
Yes.
anyone course, your phone is charging.
I've got a couple
Tabatha,
more.
do you have any new ones that you?
I'll
Yeah.
hide to the other end.
Right. You're so funny. I've got Dominique, Johnny, Angie, and Jennifer.
Awesome. Thank you to all of our friends who are tuning in. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. And as we get ready to dive into our topic today, it's, you're more than welcome to chime in at any point, at any time, and, to share your thoughts and questions and stuff with us. We would love to have a two-way dialogue with you. So just type that comment and or question so we can, we love, for me, I like, when it comes to reading like news articles and stuff, I love to read the comments. I like to read the comments, the articles where people can share their thoughts, because for me, it helps me get what I call the pulse of the country when I see how people are reacting to, whatever current event or whatever story it is and stuff.
Right.
So, we know that you have lovely thoughts and opinions and things too. So, great minds can come together and we talk and we discuss. So you're more than welcome anytime to share your thoughts with us. All right, and with that said, let's go ahead and dive into our topic for today. So we're talking about double standards here in our American society. Do they exist? And if so, what are they? And is there a way to try to get around that and to try to make the situation better? And so I thought first off we could start off with talking about, here's one that came to mind, is when it comes to child rearing, and which person being the primary caretaker. In the context of, sometimes it's the men who work outside the home, right, and to provide for the family, and the wife or the woman may stay home and take care of the children. Or sometimes the man and the woman are working, both of them. And there's even situations now where some of the fathers are the ones who are staying home, and the women are the main breadwinners for the family. So do you think that there's a double standard when it comes to if the wife or the mother stays home with the children versus the father? Is that man more, is he less of a man, perhaps because he's the one that's staying at home and raising the kids, and his wife is out bringing home the bacon? What are your guys' thoughts about that?
Man.
That's a good one.
I actually, man, so this is so horrible, but society doesn't really take kindly to men staying home rearing children while women work. I mean, it's just not what our norm happens to be. Yeah. And then when you look at, my situation is not that I'm, a man staying at home rearing children, but my situation is that I am ill enough that I can't work a traditional job. And so I don't. So I'm living with my daughter, who is 28, and my granddaughter, who's 9, and she takes care of me. So, but here's why I say that. Because she does not want to stay home. Like, so it's, not really customary that your daughter would care for you rather than you caring for your daughter. But, I love to do the house cleaning, the cooking, the laundry, the shopping. That's where my heart is. And her heart is on, I don't ever want to clean a dish and I don't ever want to scrub a toilet. So she's like happy to go to work. So when you sit there and think about, is it acceptable for a man to stay home? I think it depends on the dynamic of that relationship, because it's your relationship and you guys are the ones that have to be comfortable with it. But just knowing that my daughter would be like, seriously, if I have to sit at home and clean toilets all day, this is not the life for me. So I can see where, I don't know that she would necessarily be fine with a gentleman just staying home, because that's not really her gig either. But it is easy to see where it's not everybody's preference to stay home and do those things. They would prefer to go out. So she's like, you do the babysitting, I mean, it's unspoken words. It's not like we've ever had the conversation. I've been watching Chanel since she was born, but, like, we're both doing what we're happy with. So if she was married to somebody that didn't work, I'd be alarmed, but it's really not even my place to say if it's okay or not, you know? So I don't know.
Well, thank you for sharing that. So for you, it's currently, you know, your situation is a little different, but you understand that, you know, different strokes for different folks, because at the end of the day. JC or Delores, what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, Delores.
Do you think a man is less manly if he stays home and raises the kids?
Well, with me, it's like a totally different situation. I would have been out in those fields if I wasn't physical, had an illness, my health. And that, but I could say it just depends. It just totally depends on the person, because sometimes maybe that guy got laid off, and the woman said, "Well, I'll go ahead, baby, and I'll go ahead and work until you can get back on your feet." So I really feel teamwork does help in making a difference. So it could be maybe a teamwork thing. Not always her working. She probably just wanted to, since she was able to, she said, "I'll go ahead and do this until you can find a job so we can have a roof over our head and make sure we have food and clothes for our children and make sure they have the things they need."
Okay.
So,
Cool.
So I don't see it in a negative way. Some people see it in a negative way, but they don't know what the situation is.
Right, yeah.
Until you're walking in their shoes.
Could be like a case-by-case situation, a case-by-case. Okay, cool. JC, do you have any thoughts you'd like to share?
Yes, I agree, with Delores, and it's a case-to-case basis. Let's say, for example, like a power couple. Let's say, a powerful Hollywood couple, and they're both actors. Like sometimes the guy doesn't have any movies, and he has to stay at home, taking care of the kids while the wife is somewhere, on the other side of the world filming. I'm looking at it from a, showbiz standpoint.
That's a good one, too.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
I tend to... Oh, go ahead, please. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I tend to look at relationships between men and women as being... I like them to be a little bit more traditional. So I don't like, not that I don't like it, but my preference is that I look at men as being people that I should follow, and people that should be leaders, and people that should be guiding me in essence. So when I look at a relationship, I am not looking for somebody that doesn't have the strength to run a household. And I guess in my mind, though, that would mean being the breadwinner and being in charge of making those important decisions and guiding, our family in the direction that it goes. So even though I can see where sometimes men need to stay home, or, it's helpful, or there's a benefit or a reason for it, I think traditionally, in my mind, I stick with those roles as they have been, and I don't think I could handle my husband staying home. I really don't.
Yeah, and that's exactly my point. I mean, the guy that I'm talking about is not the guy who doesn't have anything, like not even like a career. He's still the breadwinner. It's just that there's a season of his career that he has to stay at home.
I totally get.
Yeah,
that I totally get.
Yeah,
but a man that's just going to sit home and watch babies for 27
forever,
years, that boggles my mind. I guess I just don't know any men like that.
Yeah.
So I guess
it is happening in the 21st century.
Right.
There's a show on TBS. Tracy Morgan, the comedian / actor, has a show. I think it's in its second season. It's called The Last OG, and it's pretty funny actually. But I could do without the cursing and stuff. But aside from that, it's really funny. But in that show, I mean, it's set in primarily modern times and stuff. But one of his neighbors in his apartment building, it's set in New York or New Jersey or something like that. One of those two. Anyway, but the husband is married to a woman, and she is the breadwinner for the family. So she goes out to work. He stays home, and he's got the baby sling on with the little sun on his chest, and the little girl is following him around, and stuff. interesting to talk about, in part of our double standard conversation with ourselves and our audience, because, I don't know, we may even have some people in our audience, maybe they're maybe less traditional, or maybe the husband is one thing, and the wife is bringing home the bacon. So I think some of those roles are, you mentioned traditional, Tabatha, are the tides are changing some, or at least cracking that door open for change or reversal, where traditionally it was the woman, the women staying home and taking care of the family, but there are some women who are running things. I mean,
true. That is true.
That is
true.
There's some women who are running things. So, it's interesting. Yeah, I guess it's more. I guess it could be like a case by case. I think.
Yes.
It is teamwork, like Delores said, and teamwork makes the dream work. And I think
that's right.
It is better
Build the
for one
empire.
of the parents to be home with the children. I mean, as opposed to just putting them in daycare. I mean, if you have the option, it's better for the children to be raised by their parents at home than paying other people to do it if it's feasible, if it's possible. But I also think there's something about the man being like you were saying, kind of like the leader, and going out, bringing home the bacon, and being able to provide for his family, and stuff like that. So there's, I guess I'd probably lean more towards traditional. Those traditional American, roles when it comes to those kinds of things. But I do understand that now we're kind of in a different era where, traditional things are being challenged and the doors cracked open for different, different things. So, I guess at the end of the day, different strokes for different folks.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
correct.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the old term. Yep. The old
I know,
term.
right? I don't know where that came from. I need to find out who coined that. I don't know if that was in a book.
That's okay. When I stick with the old roots too.
Yeah.
Definitely. I say I stick with old roots too. Sometimes people be, I said, well, that's what kind of road I came from.
and to me, I for as long as the guy is financially established and he can provide for the family and he's not a leech.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Now
He's
I
not
like
a
that.
blood-sucking
I like that.
leech.
Yeah, because there is some out there that's that way. They do.
There's
They
one
still
on
do
that
that.
show, actually. JC, there's one on that show, on the one I was talking about, the last OT. If you guys want to check out a comedy, it's really funny.
Oh, we're going to have to check that out.
The language. But,
Okay.
Oh, I don't know no language.
Tracy Morgan's
Oh, my
mom,
goodness.
the lady that plays his mom, like his mom on the show, has like she's older, but she got her a younger man, and Tracy feels he's uncomfortable because like the dude appears to be totally leeching off of his mom, like riding her wig. He's crashing at the house and wearing Tracy Morgan's clothes and, trying to give him fatherly advice, and Tracy Morgan's like, who are you, fool? Like, you wearing my clothes, you're walking out of my slippers. I mean, it's so funny.
Oh, my
But
God.
yeah, there are those guys that may just kind of not want to do anything.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's not cool at all. You can't
That's
just not
not
do
cool,
anything.
no.
Like, come on now.
That's not cool on my list.
I know, right? But anyways, okay, cool. Well, thanks everyone for sharing your ideas about that. How about we talk about the objectification of women versus men? What are your thoughts about that? Is there a double standard where we can look at, if you want to look into the world of, say, fashion, or when in fashion, for instance, with men being able to possibly like kind of wear close to nothing or almost nothing, but do people call them names and derogatory names and look at them a certain way versus a woman who may be scantily clad, and then she's getting negative because of how she's dressed? Do you guys see those things? Is it fair? Is it not fair? Like, what are your thoughts on those kinds of things? The scent sale,
Oh,
and it's so how come
interesting.
it's only the women that seem to have to take almost all their clothes off.
Fashion tab. Any thoughts?
Fashion police?
Man.
No, fashion tab.
So, man, I don't know. Now that I live in Vegas, I don't have the same view on it as I used to. So, growing up in Colorado, people dress more conservatively. So, you really didn't see what you see like in Vegas with women in bikinis or women wearing things that they just don't wear in other states, quite honestly. So when I came here, I was a little bit blown away, because Tab just dressed as the conservative older white woman, like I'm not
You're too
some
funny.
little hottie, like I'm really retarded, Like my granddaughter was making fun of me yesterday because we were talking, I'd interviewed her and did a little Facebook Live, and we were talking about style and what she thought her style was, and then what she thought my style was, and it's old lady, white, conservative woman,
Oh
and,
my gosh.
it's boring. So, but I do think, though, that even when I look at those women, I'm like, now, girl, I see your bum bum, or I see too much boobies
Yes.
or whatever.
That's very true.
And at first, honestly, I looked at it and I was a little discouraged by it. So I don't want to say that I've been desensitized by living in Vegas, but I have come to learn that those things don't necessarily define us how I thought that they did when I was growing up. And they definitely don't define us to the degree that I thought they did. I mean, they do a little bit as in that's your style or that's your whatever, but I don't know. I think that we can be looked upon differently if we dress provocatively, but there's also, it's a double-edged sword because it goes then to, your boyfriend or your husband likes it, but then they don't like it. They want to see it, but they don't want anybody else to see it, so I don't know. It is kind of a double-edged sword and a double standard and whatnot, and I'm not even sure what to make of it other than I just try to be comfortable. So, yeah, it just is what it is. I don't look at women poorly, but like I said, at first it caught me off guard. I was like, did I just see that?
Right.
Like, what was that? And now I'm like, oh, yeah. I've seen ass before, I'm like, I've seen it, so I don't know.
What do you think, Delores or JC?
Well, what I think, I don't put down women, but I think that as a queen, you should dress properly. That's the way I see it, from my opinion. You shouldn't be showing your whole TMI. Nobody wants to see that. That's too much information.
That's too much. Nobody wants to see your TMI.
Nobody wants to see that. Yeah.
What if they do want to see
that?
your TMI, Dolores?
And then you see, and then guys see that. Guys see that. No wonder why they're getting disrespectful. And they want respect, and they complain of not being respected. Do you think about how you're dressing?
But I was getting ready to go to that next point right there, Delores. But does how a woman dress, should that dictate how people treat her? Should she have to deal with sexual harassment and and even be raped and stuff or something just because of how she's dressed? Do you see women trying to do that to guys who walk around without their shirts on and stuff? No, we don't.
No, we don't.
Yeah, that's the truth.
We don't.
Do we say that man is asking to get raped? Do we say we should start calling him all kinds of names?
Like sex pot?
Walking around.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I heard that before.
My.
No,
Yes.
you're right. And then that goes on to another part of it, with how we represent ourselves with what we're comfortable talking about. Because
Yeah, that's right.
I am completely comfortable talking about sex and other things.
Me too.
Whereas a lot of women
Yeah.
aren't, and so they don't, which is totally respectable. I didn't used to be comfortable, you know, and now I am. So we all, you know, change and grow. But
Yeah, it's natural.
When-
because sex is natural, you know. That's
Right.
just a human life.
But people aren't accustomed to ladies or women being so vocal about it, which
Yeah.
I am. So I was having a conversation with a gentleman, an out-of-state comedian the other day. And because we had been on a podcast together and I had expressed some, you know, sexual experiences and whatnot, he felt that when we were talking in Messenger about some things that he could ask me questions that were quite personal.
Oh.
And I don't usually
I think
mind.
you mentioned about this man before. This right here, I remember.
No, this is somebody different.
Oh,
This is a completely
sorry,
new
sorry.
situation. Right. No, this is a new situation. But he was like asking me things that I was just like, why do you feel comfortable asking me these things? And he said, because of how you spoke on that podcast.
Oh.
And I said, okay. So I shared some experiences. So now you feel that you can just ask me any old thing. And he said, yeah. And I said, so, but what about women who dress differently? Would that be an indication that, you know, I wanted to have sex or whatever if I was, you know, dressed a certain way? And he's like, no, never anything about how you dress. And I'm like, but it's still kind of the same thing. You're making some judgments and whatnot, either based off of how somebody is dressed or based off of their willingness to discuss, you know, things of a sexual nature, what you think I'm comfortable with and what you think should be appropriate for me in conversation. So we actually had a really good conversation and an in-depth conversation. I don't know that we ever ended up agreeing with each other, but I said, dude, when I start my radio show, I'd love to interview you and let's talk about this. And then he was like, well, how much would we share? And I said, well, the whole conversation. He's like, oh. And I'm like, I'm cool, you know, so hopefully he'll be cool too. But I don't know. It's that whole, I wouldn't, just because somebody speaks of sex or has, you know, a cute little bra on or whatever, doesn't, I guess I've never thought to judge what then I think I can discuss with them or how I should treat them. Maybe it just really hasn't come up enough or something.
Yeah,
but
you don't have to treat them poorly.
I thought there should have still been a level of respect maintained. You know, I said, I just am not, I'm confused as to why you're talking to me as if I'm not a lady. And he's like, well, then what kind of conversation is ladylike? Was your conversation ladylike? You know, and that's kind of, we didn't have time to finish that conversation, but there's more to come.
Yeah.
So is it ladylike? Not necessarily, but is it still a right of mine and something I'm comfortable with? Absolutely. So I don't know.
Yeah. And I, you know, JC, well, you're a man. So what are your thoughts? Do you think women are objectified? Is it right? Is it wrong? And
well,
you know, what are your thoughts?
Since we're in the subject of you know, objectification, I think nowadays both men and women are being, you know, objectified.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
that's
I've
true.
been noticing like there's a growing group of men. Some of them are, you know, I understand that they're health and fitness coaches. That's fine, but some of them are scantily clad on Instagram.
I have
Some
to get on
of them
Instagram.
are naked
You may not.
on Instagram.
I did not
And
know.
I was like, oh, what are they doing?
Right.
You know, and
Like the
they're-
towel in between the leg, and you can see that.
they know that they are being
I've seen one like that, like,
objectified
oh.
because they know that they're eye candy and they're flaunting it some more.
This is
And as a matter of fact, they even have
eye
their
candy.
OnlyFans page. You know, we talked about the OnlyFans
right.
page.
Nice. Okay.
And as far as women are concerned, can I talk about how women dress?
yeah, please,
That's what we're here
please
for.
do.
Okay.
That's a part of the conversation.
Okay.
I have a drink to that.
A few weeks ago, I saw a woman, piggybacking with what Tabatha, spoke a while ago about, seeing the bottom.
Right. The derriere.
So too much bottom because
much
because
information.
the article of clothing that she was wearing was almost virtually non-existent. Yeah. And she went to the store like that, and I'm
to
like,
the grocery store?
no, to my store, because now
okay,
I work in
At
retail,
work.
and I'm like, oh, she's out shopping,
Oh,
and I'm
for
like,
pants. Presumably for pants.
Yeah.
Oh my
But that's
gosh.
not the only case. I mean, I see a lot of women in the mall, wearing. I mean, I can understand why, a woman wants to wear something sexy and all that. I mean, that's fine. It's fine to dress provocatively, but not show everything at once.
That's what I'm talking about.
Throw the entire.
Dolores is like,
Yeah.
did you hear him?
Yeah.
Did you hear him? Don't show all your goodies.
We have a saying in
Yeah.
Spanish, that doesn't make any sense. Don't throw the house through the window.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I
Don't
mean,
throw the
I
house
like
through
that
the
one.
window.
yeah.
I gotta say that
They're
one.
giving everything. They're giving the keys to their
Yay.
kingdom.
Yeah, they're
away.
opening the home.
Yeah.
You know, I can't
They need
say
to close
though
that
Yeah.
door, huh?
that if I had, well, for God's sake, if I had Ty's body, for one, I
She
Wow.
would
I
be
can't
flaunting.
I
it.
just
right,
got to that.
I
Hey, I'm
cannot
almost
say
there.
Oh
that
my
I
God.
wouldn't do something I shouldn't.
I mean, hey, you know what? Me too.
I would. I
prob-
probably would.
I'm probably going outside to take out the trash in my skivvies.
Exactly. I would probably
But
take
she's
out
a
the trash
cutie.
in my
I love her
skivvies, for real.
outfit.
In
She
my
dressed so classy.
in my red bottom shoes, and that's all I'll be wearing.
Right. Man, I don't
Yeah,
know.
but
I would.
even in fashion, I noticed Alicia Keys, and I love Alicia Keys to death. In the Grammys, she was wearing an evening gown. It wasn't only V-neck all the way down, okay? And she wasn't wearing any bra, but that V-neck had like really wide gap, like
Okay.
all the way. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Now,
I
she would
guess-
have masked that area a bit better, huh?
No, I mean, it was like really wide. It was like as wide as
There was a
the
nipple on each
Wow.
side holding
Yeah.
it in.
Grand Canyon.
I'm
You know,
here! Come and get me!
But the way she wore it, she still wore it with style. I don't know how she pulled that off.
Right.
She still
See,
wore it
that's the
with
thing.
style,
If I
yeah.
could pull that
She got the
off,
curves,
Yeah.
but she does
I
got nice
might.
curves too.
Yeah,
I might pull that
Well,
off.
you're sexy, girl. You
because
got
her
hot
legs
Not
were
like that
covered.
kind,
Yeah,
though.
her
There's
you got a
her
hot
legs.
shape.
But
You
that was
look
the
good.
thing that she was showing.
Thank you.
Well,
Yeah. But anyhow,
I mean, there's some that say you got it flaunted, but
Yeah.
I would say if
You
you
can
got
flaunt
it,
it
it doesn't mean you have to flaunt it
Yeah.
or put it all out there, like all your business, out there.
There you go.
Leave some room for imagination.
imagination, correct? Yeah.
There.
No.
There you
Like
go.
Dolores listed TMI for
Yes.
too much. I
Right.
would say I would coin the TMB, too much body, too much body.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, I think it's about trying to find that maybe the balance. That
Yes.
balance.
Correct. It's a balance.
Yeah.
And for men, I think that they are less objectified in general than women, and so how they dress or the lack thereof of clothing pieces and stuff may not necessarily speak too much. Like, people may not say too much about that person, that man. But the woman, she can, some men can look at that as an invitation to sexually harass her, sexually assault her if she is dressed provocatively, or call her certain names, or insinuate certain things about her sexuality, her sexual life. And things like that. Oh, look at how she's dressed. She must get around,
Yeah, exactly. The wrong messages can be sent.
Right, and so I do think women tend to be more objectified when it comes to how they dress, and it's not fair. I don't think it's fair, but I guess in general it kind of is what it is. And then when you have companies, mega companies that are putting out, say, their ads for Super Bowl halftime and stuff, you know, a lot of the women seem to don't hardly have any clothes on during those Super Bowl ads. Why? Because sex sells at the end of the day.
Yeah,
They
That's
know
right.
that a lot
It
of men
Yeah,
are
it
watching. And so they put the pretty lady, you know, quote unquote pretty ladies, and they have their breasts and their butts out, and they're bending certain ways, and you're getting certain angles, you know, for these ads. So sadly, sex sells, but again, I guess that it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, you know, I would say, no, it's not fair. It's not fair.
Mhm.
I don't know really what would turn the tide on that. But I guess it's just part of, you know, American society or culture here as far as there being a double standard there. A man doesn't get called a hoe or a skank or anything like that when he
But they be called
dresses.
pimp.
Right, right.
That's about
Right,
it.
but
When
that's
he
a
dresses
But
compliment.
that's a,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah.
a compliment.
That's a compliment.
That
Yeah.
is a compliment. Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
a certain way. You know, nobody's like, oh, he must get around.
Right, yeah.
He must get, he's an around the way guy.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, if anything, Ty, when men expose themselves a lot or wear tight clothes, or some men are wearing leggings now, they say, they don't say that, you know, he's a skank, he's this. They always say, oh, he's probably gay.
Oh,
They
yeah.
always
Oh, yeah, they sure
Go
yes.
to that. Like,
Right.
you know,
Yes.
if he's, you know, physically fit, washboard abs, and wearing, you know, like hot
Speedos or
pants,
something.
hot pants out in public, or even like they say, oh, he's gay. You know,
Yeah,
he's gay.
it's because he wears Speedos and stuff and a nice tight top.
Yeah.
Oh, he must be gay.
Yeah.
Right.
But
There's
mhm.
a lot of people who would think that, but not all the guys that wear skinny pants are. So
Right,
you know,
right. Yeah.
But you're right. That is what
Yeah.
a lot of people would, you know, might think.
Yeah.
Oh, or he's metrosexual.
Uh-huh, yes, correct.
He's
yeah.
trying
I
to
couldn't
attract.
think of the
He's
word.
trying
Right,
to
the
attract.
metrosexual.
He's trying to be the bait. That's what he's trying
Yeah.
to do because he wants to be catched.
But going
Those
back
tight
to the fashion of women, I'd like to take my advice from Victoria Beckham. You know, when she said that if a woman is gonna show legs, don't show your breasts, or if you're going to show cleavage,
Oh,
cover your
yeah.
legs.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
there's gotta
Oh,
be
she said
there's
that?
gotta be a balance. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
I like that.
That's
I
what
like that.
Victoria said.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Wasn't she a Victoria's Secret model in her past?
No, Victoria Beckham is the wife of David Beckham. You know, the famous soccer player, the power couple.
Okay, thanks. I've heard of her, but I was like, I thought
Yeah.
one of those former Victoria Angels was
No,
married
no.
to some kind of an athlete. Okay, so it's not.
No,
okay.
she's actually
I
a
was like,
former.
how can she talk? She made her whole business off of her body. And
No.
those Victoria Angels are leaving nothing to the imagination. So,
No. No, she's got nothing to do with Victoria's Secret.
Okay.
She is, however, one of the former Spice Girls.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you for sharing that. That was a very
Thank you.
interesting piece of advice. I guess I'll sit and chew on it. That might be good advice. I have to think on it. Because, you know, I'm very particular about my fashion. So.
But she's
Uh-huh.
like that. Tell me what you want, what you really want. Come
Oh
on, come
my
on,
gosh.
come on.
She's turning this into a geezy episode.
but anyway, you know, it's so there's so many things, you know, that we could talk about. You know, time is starting to run short, but like I just kind of wanted to throw those ideas out there. There's other things, you know, double standards when it comes to men and women. Like, you know, hey, the man who's the boss, he can be a certain way. But if a woman is the same way, then they call her certain kind of names, and they say certain kind of things. If she's the boss and she acting like a male version of her, you know, she could be looked at a certain kind of way. She could be called certain names, you know. or it could be implied that the only way she got to the top is through sleeping with people.
Oh my goodness.
She slept her way to the top. Wow. But do people think that about men who rise to the top in their jobs? No.
No, they don't.
Not really. So there's, lots of different things that this, I think double standard can show up, and we can creep up into different aspects of our lives here. And so I just kind of wanted to get that conversation started and kind of see where our thoughts were, where our audience thoughts might be on this topic, because it's real. It's real.
It is.
It's real, and it happens, and we're either the women, we're either seeing things maybe from the woman's standpoint because we're women, or we're seeing things from the men's point. But I think at the end of the day, it's about having a healthy discussion and trying to kind of open our minds and seeing how others think about it, and is there something we can do to kind of help us look at these things in a more healthy way? Can we grow?
Yes.
Can we grow?
Exactly.
Can we try to beat down tear away some of those stereotypes?
Exactly.
Some of those stereotypes that are common here in our country. So, yeah. But so we're gonna go ahead and get ready to close. Get ready to share our closing thoughts and wrap up our show. Let's do one more round of shout outs if anyone has any new friends to give our final hellos to.
I don't.
Well, just in case if I do, hello.
She's going, hey.
Just hello to all my fans.
Hey everyone. Hi everyone. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for objectifying me.
Right.
Oh my
This was
the object of your
this was
affection.
a hot topic. I'll tell you one thing.
I relish every moment of it.
Me too.
Yeah, there you go.
Me too.
But I have some.
It is a hot topic.
But I have some word of wisdom to the word of advice to women.
What are your final thoughts? Share them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Women, let's make sure we just respect ourselves because we are beautiful queens.
There you go.
Yeah.
High five me on that.
Yes.
Yes. I agree.
And who?
Tabitha, you have a closing thought?
I am just comfortable being comfortable. So my thought really is if you're comfortable and you're happy with yourself, then just press on. And those things don't particularly bother me, and I don't really worry about them because I am comfortable. So although I can recognize that, those things may or may not happen, it's really just not something that I worry about. So I don't know. I just think that we all should be comfortable with whatever it is we're representing.
That's right.
And as long as we are, you really can't do anything but respect that about somebody else.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's my thought.
I like that.
Yeah. Well, my final thoughts about that.
Let's hear from the man over here.
Let's
want to hear a man.
token male.
Yeah.
My final thought about this is that for women, and I'm not trying to infringe on your right, because you do have that freedom of expression and freedom of speech. But if you don't want to be objectified, by men, I mean, it's quite unfortunate that you have to be very aware of what you're wearing.
Yes.
Yeah, how you represent yourself. Because, if you go out there and you look very titillating, well, guess what's going to happen in their mind? You're there to
That's very
titillate. Oh, she has a final thought. The lady behind the camera.
My final thoughts is, I want to be objectified all the time because I want attention.
There you go. See, I love that.
As she flips her hair.
You know what? I love
her
that.
hair, folks.
Because she owns it. Yeah, she owns it, and she's not afraid of it.
Yeah.
So you gotta own it, work it,
That's what I'm
conquer it. Yeah. So there you have it. Yeah. Yeah, by all means, if you're brave enough.
And she's dressed classy.
With your thought before she was talking?
Yes, we are in the home of the brave, and if you're brave enough to flaunt it, then why not? Just own up to it. Yeah.
Flaunt it.
Own up to it. Yeah. And don't care about being objectified.
Well, thank you very much for sharing that. Thank you everyone for sharing your closing thoughts. I think for me, my closing thought is, it's sad that there are these double standards, and just kind of, I think for women, it's more about. I kind of dub my fashion sense, my style, classy, sexy.
Yes.
So
yes, she did, and she threw that off.
Yeah.
Really good.
I dub mine classy, sexy. So I think as a woman, we can be in touch with our femininity, in a way where we can still present ourselves in a beautiful, sexy yet classy way. I don't think it means we have to put everything out there. We have to put it all out there for everyone to see. There's a way to be tasteful in how we express ourselves through our fashion, and I don't think that it's okay. I don't think it should give a pass or an open door for men to just say whatever and to do and treat us however just because of that. I think men should still have to be respectful and tasteful in what they say to a lady, how they treat a lady. Her dress should not give a pass to being sexually assaulted or harassed and things like that. Men should be able to watch their mouths and keep their hands and
That's
other
right.
parts to themselves. So that's how I kind of look at it. So I think it's about finding that balance for us ladies.
Yes.
To be, like as Tabatha was saying, be comfortable in our skin, and I think we can live our best life. We can live our best lives.
Yeah.
We can be our best versions of ourselves.
That's right.
And do it, in my opinion, in a respectful yet tasteful way. So
There you have it. Yeah.
My closing thoughts on that. So, hey, it's 21st century. Those traditional rules are, being challenged and changed, and who knows what's going to be the new traditional 40, 50 years from now.
Right.
We'll just have to, I guess, wait and see what's around the corner.
It's all relative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. At the end of the day, whatever works for us, that's what works for us,
Yes. Yeah.
So, well, thank you everyone for all of us for sharing our thoughts, and thank you to all of our viewers who decided to tune in today. Thank you so much. We appreciate each and every one of you. Those of you who stopped by and maybe had to go, and those of you who stopped by and hung out and was able to stay with us. Again, you're more than welcome to dialogue with us and participate. We love to hear your thoughts and your questions and comments and stuff. So, we love you. We appreciate you, each and every one of our viewers. So thank you so much. Don't forget to tune in next week, same time, same place, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yes.
Right.
PST. Right. PST.
Make sure I say the coast I'm on now. 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Right here, social media shows, so that you can tune in to our next edition of Honeybees. We look forward to seeing you next week. Please be safe. Please take care. And much peace, love, and happiness.
Yes.
So let's say bye to our friends.
Bye.
Thank you so
Friends.
much, everyone. Thank you much, love.
Yes.
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
A fairy tale they say real in every way.
Hi, my name is Ty, and I am a fashionista.
Hi, my name's Dolly Wright, and but I waitress for a living. I'm Catalina Winehouse with Ichigo.
Hi everybody, my name's David Thomas. What I am is a QMHA. I work with people with mental health issues, and I also do a Tina Turner show with the Big Elvis show at the Piano Bar.
Hi, my name is Maria Perez Levinthal. I am the founder of Social Media Show.
Hello everybody, I am Kiki Dolas. I am the CEO of Are You It Entertainment here in Las Vegas, and I'm also a club owner.
Hi, I'm Latoria Kern, founder and director of Family Arts at Whalers Creation.
Hi, my name is Dawn Weir. I'm the founder of The Giving Water, a local nonprofit that delivers water to disasters and people in need.
Hi, my name is Delores Olsen. I'm a home-based business person for Zija and for Beachbody. Also, I'm a chaplain.
This is Bettina Steinhauer. I'm a clothing designer and manufacturer bathing suits.
Hi, my name is Jessica D, and I currently work for one of the biggest properties on the Strip. I'm also a PhD student, and I own a jewelry business on the side.
Hi, my name is Jamie Springer, and I am an eyelash extension technician or artist.